women are wondering, like, why aren't men wanting to get married these days? Why are men not even approaching me and talking to me anymore? Why are men checking out completely? Look at the risk reward of getting into a relationship with a woman, potentially for a family and kids. You know, if you want to sleep around and just like hoe it up as a dude, and salute, brother, go handle business. The game ends the same for us.
Is that enough?
Can you find happiness? Can you find happiness and joy? For some men, it's great. But I think every man on a deeper level yearns for a family, yearns for that dream, like a woman that's supportive, nurturing.
Men don't see the point in marriage, to put it frankly. It's not like these women have any need to be good wives or even loyal partners. Even if her husband detects her infidelity, she can still file for divorce and walk away with most of his assets. As a result of her newfound independence as a parent, I don't blame her kids for feeling neglected. But let's ignore her egocentric and immature behavior for the time being. Obviously, not all women are either cheaters or faithful partners or opportunists. However, the game's rules couldn't be less complicated. If you knew that walking into a cage full of hungry lions would bring you unimaginable happiness, would you do it? Most likely not. It's possible that there's a less lethal technique to achieve the same results. Nonetheless, I think this analogy captures the way many men think quite well. Why should I ask for help from others if I can get where I need to go on my own? The time has come for us to tell the truth. Men are hardwired to have a greater capacity for independence and autonomy than women. It's possible for a man to succeed financially on his own if he takes responsibility for his life. At times, he feels so at home here that he would do everything to keep it that way. Nonetheless, I think it's best if you stay away from the hookup culture. Reason would dictate that you propagate your species whenever possible. As a general rule, men are more likely to have many spouses. But it's not exactly noble to sleep with a number of women so that you can brag about how beautiful this one was or how skilled you were in the bedroom with that other one. What does this have to do with a happy marriage? Women have become unbearable and unsuitable as wives due to degeneration, while men have evolved into chasers. If a girl has a history of sleeping with a lot of guys, she is less likely to open up to you. And the less likely it is that you two will end up together. It's not uncommon for women to brazenly tell any passing man they know that they know the club management and a number of other men who are available for hookups. The male listening to all this information is undoubtedly repulsed by it, even if he wants to have sex with her. Why? For the obvious reason that a woman who has a wide circle of contacts is more likely to keep in touch with the men she has dated in the past. Because of this, the guy feels as though he is in fierce competition with other men for the same woman. Obviously, you're allowed to fantasize about her. There's no way he's keeping his fingers crossed for a shot at a wedding with her. As of right now, at least, his focus is on other more sensual matters. Being a virgin was a sign of social standing for women back then. Many cultures still frown upon women who engage in promiscuity, and men may warn one another not to marry a certain lady because of her past. For women who are used to performing multiple roles, the opportunity to simply relax and be sucked on can feel like a dream. To each his own, I guess, whereas some guys participated in such sexual rivalry. To confront the economic depression, some men have gone into business for themselves, while others have emigrated to countries with more favorable economies. Western men are devising schemes to overcome the complications of today's dating and marriage scenes, in spite of difficulties. What I mean is problems that can't be solved by a law written from a woman's perspective. That's the way most modern women think, by the way. Women have long since reached educational, occupational, and housing parity with males, but they are now seeking advancement. A woman's fear about her safety while strolling down the street alone is understandable. Surprisingly, some countries have no security issues because, on every level of society, morality and common sense triumph against deterioration. Let that sink in for a while. Some men, instead of hitting on a number of women, daydream about finding and marrying a good, dependable woman who will take care of their kids. However, a woman like that is uncommon in today's culture. It's also not hard to track down rap tracks in which female artists brag about how incapable they are of performing basic housekeeping tasks. One of them is Cardi B. Do not misunderstand me. I believe that many males, and especially rappers, share some of the blame for the objectification of women and the boasting about the regularity with which they engage in sexual activity. The music videos are so repetitive that you may find yourself rolling your eyes. The women in the recording also give their permission to use their bodies in this way. When women care more about social acceptance than having a stable, caring male spouse who can provide for them, you know you're living in a broken world. Men are unimpressed by the notion that women believe they are more attractive to men due to their superior qualities and career achievements. If she is fertile and not seeing any other men, she will be more desirable. Hopefully, she'll be an independent woman who doesn't have any problems with her father. Finding the perfect bride requires a man checking a lot of boxes. But I hope you get the concept. Because finding a woman who satisfies all of a man's needs is so challenging, many men choose to spend their lives on their own. That's all for today on Circle of Kings. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. See you next time. Cheers.